The James Harden saga, 2023 edition, has come to an end with the Philadelphia 76ers granting the Beard's wish and trading him to the Los Angeles Clippers. With Harden joining Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook, the Clippers now have a big four of hometown stars that have collectively earned more All-Star and All-NBA selections than any other team. But this isn't going to look as good on the court as it does on paper. Under normal circumstances, we'd be celebrating an all-in team like the Clippers for turning a few reserves and some draft capital into a former MVP who led the league in assists last season while averaging 21 points on 61% true shooting. But this is James Harden we're talking about. Nothing about trading for him constitutes normal circumstances. The 10-time All-Star is a tricky locker room fit, to say the least, joining his fourth team in the last 4 years after 3 trade requests during that time. And he's in a contract year.
This is fine. This is gonna be good.
They say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Well, as I've said before, when the going gets tough, James Harden gets lost. Even assuming the Clippers receive a focused and fully engaged Harden, his diminishing on-court abilities and pattern for postseason no-shows are still issues. Harden can obviously bring value to a franchise seeking its first ever finals berth, but how? Since acquiring Leonard and George back in 2019, the Clippers have been on the hunt for a point guard. A table setter who can keep the team's offense flowing, get the ball to the Clippers' 2 superstars in the right spots, and generally just play sound basketball. That fruitless quest eventually led the desperate Clippers to Russell Westbrook. Now, in fairness to Westbrook, the 2017 MVP has been a positive through the first week of the season, striking a balance between his own well-timed offense and the needs of his starrier teammates in a way I frankly didn't think he was capable of. Russ's efficiency has benefited from shouldering much less of the offense, moving without the ball more than he ever has before, trading pull-up jumpers for more of the catch-and-shoot variety, and taking more of his three-point attempts from the corners. Though his turnover rate remains too high and the opening week sample is extremely small, Westbrook has mostly given a team with Kawhi and PG in the fold what it needs from the point guard position. Instead of banking on that to continue, however, and using their few remaining assets to address other areas of need, the Clippers veered in another direction and bet on whatever upside Harden has left. Never mind that, according to Doc Rivers, the Beard grew fed up with a diminished offensive role as recently as this year. And that's when he was sharing the court with literally the MVP of last season.
I would say not making the All-Star team really bothered him. Remember about a game or 2 after that, he called me and said, hey, I want to start coming and playing with the second unit more. And I know exactly what that means.
More shots.
More shots. I want to go back to attacking and playing.
Look, Harden's still an excellent playmaker who's averaged double-digit assists in each of the last 3 seasons. But make no mistake, he'll command a bigger piece of the offensive pie than even Westbrook was consuming. That doesn't mean there aren't positives to be found. Harden's pick-and-roll savvy will lead to easier buckets for starting center Ivica Zubac. The acquisition of PJ Tucker gives the Clippers a good small ball lineup to throw at Nikola Jokic in a potential matchup with the defending champion Nuggets after the Joker spent years absolutely shredding LA. Tucker also leaves the Clippers better equipped to play 5-out lineups on both ends of the court. Plus, when Harden's jumper is falling, he'll give the Clippers another devastating shot creator and tough shot maker, something playoff teams can never have enough of. But at this stage of his career, Harden can't beat his man off the dribble and create advantages as often as he used to. Even if he's still a borderline all-star, it's hard to envision Harden reaching the level necessary to justify taking the ball out of Leonard and George's hands as often as he will. And he won't do much off the ball when he doesn't have it. As for Westbrook, a move to the bench could allow him to feast on opposing reserves, or being able to dominate the ball again could bring out his worst tendencies.
That's pretty interesting.
In the end, the Clippers did improve. They added some star insurance for when one of Kawhi or PG gets hurt again, and they're arguably now better equipped to challenge the defending champs. And they didn't even have to give up their most prized possession, Terrence Mann. So I get Clips fans looking at this from a glass half full perspective, but don't get it twisted. The Clippers didn't boost their title odds as much as you'd assume just by looking at Harden's numbers.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.